Hello everybody. Right, today I unpack and test out my brand new 3D printer.
Alright, so what do we got? This would be for the Chichibok 1-year subscription, I believe, free of the Pro version. That's your slicer. I don't think we'll really need that, but it's a nice gesture. Got the lovely manual here. Selling their own resin, of course. Sell it, baby. I got a certificate. Got the lovely certificate there. Excellent. And the slicer setup. Okay.
This 3D printer will help us build our simulator rigs both in the American Truck Simulator as well as for the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Airplanes, if you will.
We have one screen protector.
No, you dunkus. That's the release film for your vat. That goes underneath the vat. You get a spare one, too, in case you have some failed prints and eventually you mush it all up or it gets uckified.
And yes, these do come pre-leveled from the factory, but it does have a manual leveling kit here in case you feel like you need to do it again. It's nice of them. I will say, when you're unboxing stuff, presentation, that's where it gets going. And they really did a good job here. They've got plastic corners to box all this in nice and neatly. Like it's very well packaged. Actually, quite happy with that. And these are recyclable. Excellent. This must be the goodie box. Oh yes. They gave us some spare gloves. Looks like we've got few extra spare parts in here. Scraper. And pair of diagonal cutters, it looks like. Hex key wrench. And I don't know. Excellent.
Relax. Later I found out it's a collapsible silicone funnel to put the resin back in your bottle. Relax. It took me a hot minute. Alright, do you mind?
And now for a beastie resistance. Maybe. Oh, come on. Aren't you a big gal? Hello. I do love that green. Oh, that is gorgeous. Alright. Shall we give it the old hip-ho? Don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Some shelf. Alright.
I decided to choose a resin printer starting off with because I would like to start building the smaller stuff first, such as the gauges. Resin printing has a lot more high resolution and high detail than say your FDM printer or your filament printer, so I can make much more accurate gears and hook stuff up to servos a lot better. It's going to be a lot cleaner. We'll use the filament, dry filament type for the bigger, bulkier console stuff, dashboards, and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see what it takes to get this thing up and running, and then we'll get to work.
Do this unconventionally. Hoorah! Okay, off you get. Oh, sorry. Woo! This ain't no cheap ender printer. Fabulous. Get too much junk up in here already. And of course, the extra packaging you must remove. Your what? Oh, that's nice. Dox me while you're at it. Yes. This would be the carbon air filter. Fantastic. I'm using this out in my garage, but we will definitely use this. Absolutely. Okay, carbon filter. Make it less stinky. Yes. Ooh. It's got some nice weight to it. I like that. Okay. Empty. The manual. Apparently, step number 1, according to the instructions, It wants me to put the air filter in there, or rather the carbon filter in there first. Okay, I suppose. Now what's nice about... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not quite done here. I gotta take these out. Okay. Spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. What's nice about the Uniformation carbon filters, they're magnetic. They just plunk right in there. Allegedly. Mounting directions. Arrows facing down. Okay. Yep, it sticks. Power cable. And manually raise that arm up, which is this, basically this guy. Alright. Let me juice up with some electricities. Hey! Roll tape. Plugging in. Okay, all is well so far. Actually, I'm gonna tie this in a knot because I'm gonna trip on this thing and pull it, unplug it when it's printing, and then it's gonna be an outright disaster. Okay, just like me. Hashtag train wreck. Let's just power it on, I guess. Wait for it. Oh, operating system is booting. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna manually raise this arm so we can get the vat out of here. So click on that button apparently per the directions, and Z-axis movement, and we're gonna go. We go 10 millimeters up. I'll press and hold. Ah, it's going up. That is quiet. Click 100 millimeters up. This is a good build quality. I really like this. Of course, we around. Get your favorite bevy here. That's amazing how quiet it is. That's fantastic. Okay, so just stopped. All right. So then, get our foamage. I think that's my last bit of foam. This would be the vat. Now, just pulls out. It's on rails. That's why they want to remove it to put the film out. Okay. Got it. So you pull it, and then you lift it. You gotta push it in 3/4, drop it in, and then it goes in the rest of the way. Okay. Fair enough. They want you to test the LCD light. Alright, well we can do that, I guess. What's this doing? Stop. Go back. And you do that by going to exposure test. The resin vat has been taken out. Yes, it's off to the side. Go for it. Oh. Actually, let's go ahead and stop that right quick. Then we take off the film. Protective film, rather. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Excuse me, mask. What? Right, now we do the exposure test. That has been taken out, so we'll just hit accept. There we go. Very nice. Okay. I agree with Ross. It would have been nice if they can light up the whole screen. Would have been nice. Oh, exposure test complete apparently. It would have been nice if you can light up the whole thing, make sure there's no dead pixels or rows or anything, but oh well. Still, it looks like a pretty high quality unit. I'm pretty impressed so far, so that'll be just fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now for here, they say, for the leveling test, the printer was leveled from the factory. Please level if there's only a problem after testing. So we're just going to go ahead and skip to the test bit, which is step number 4, printing. All right, so we got to get the resin vats installed. So you install the resin vat, make sure the vat and the surface of the build plate are clean and firmly installed. Okay, and then you get in pouring into the resin. Right. We do have a protective screen for the resin vat. So go ahead and take that off. somehow. Yes, sort of, maybe. How do I... Oh, what's that bit? Alright, okay, fair enough. So that should be good to go on the under portion of it. Get the lid off the vat here. And then it's got an inside one as well. And we'll slide all the way forward. Okay, very good. Before we actually turn it on, what we'll go ahead and do is let's cut into the computer. Let's get some 3D models printed up and we'll test it out shortly. This is the USB that comes with it. The slicer should be on here. Go ahead and just stick that right like thusly thereof.
Alright, so we've got the slicer open right quick. Let's go ahead and import, let's go ahead and do our exposure test just for funsies, and then we'll print out the 3D Benchy boat. Go to import, STL files, and then we'll click on the Resin 3D Resin XP2 validation test, and here it is. Okay, we're not gonna run supports or anything like that. I seen Ross just put it flat on the bed, so we'll go ahead and give that a shot as well. Printer settings 0.05 millimeters for the print. I believe that's the print layer height. That'd be fine. Yes, that's the print layer height. Yes. For the exposure time, 3 seconds. I guess that's good enough. Initial exposure time, 30 seconds. I guess that's good. I am using Sun ABS-like resin, and it does say normal exposure time is 1.5 to 4.5 seconds, so 3 seconds sounds good enough to me. Bottom exposure time is anywhere from 10 to 60 seconds. So we're probably pretty much right in the middle of the road there. That's fine. Something you gotta check when you're getting this going on. Printer settings, I guess. Everything is good, I guess. Let's go ahead and slice this then. We go down to here at the very bottom, and we just hit slice now. Now what it's doing is it's creating the actual layer height code that the printer will understand. Oh, it's gonna put it on a platform, eh? I don't know if we want to do that, because some of that might come, you know, I'm not sure about, not sure. See how that one's sticking through? I'm gonna have to delete that one possibly. And we'll put a pad. Basically, it puts a pad right below your printed object, so a little platform for it to stick, and that'll be fine. So we'll hit below object, and the print settings will just do 0.005. Cancel. That's fine. 0.005. System presets. I have no idea. Not a clue. We'll just do X15, I guess. Whatever. And yeah, we're ready to print this out. So now we come down to here, this little slice button. Set slice now, and now in your slicer, this converted it into. It's going to convert it into a file that your 3D printer will understand. And you can see that green right here. That's going to be our pad when we print it on there. So it'll be basically you get the spatula underneath here and peel it off the build plate. And looks good to me. So now we'll go ahead and go file, export this. All right, let's go ahead and print this out.
Okay, so we got to undo the rubber band here, rubber band. There's our latch for the build plate. Got all choked up thinking about this. Should have just boop. Nice firm latch. Very solid unit, absolutely. Okay. I bet these gloves are going to be way too small. These gloves gotta be at least an XL for me to actually wear these halfway comfortably. Now, of course, this is resin. It's like epoxy and all that jazz. You really should be covering yourself here. Okay. Well, they fit. Quasi barely. Let us. I think you need to pour in some resin here. I believe as soon as the level comes up to here, right when it covers that line, that's full. I wish it was marked a little bit better, but oh well. Alright, that is secure and that's secure. Let's go ahead and dunk some in here. Didn't quite overfill it, it's just under. That makes sense. That's 700 grams in there, and this is 1 kilogram, so that does maths. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. See if we can get. It's hot enough outside. Oh, hello. There it is. Resin XP2 validation matrix. Go ahead and click that. That is what that is. That's fine. Except before I do that, I would like to actually try to turn the heater on first.
So I found out that the heater comes on automatically at 25 degrees Celsius. That's the preset, or rather the default preset. You can change that up or lower it ever so slightly. I think you can only change it on the upper side, but it automatically comes on. So let's go ahead and start printing.
Resin, yep. Resin volume 3.3 milliliters. Yeah, sure, we got all that. Oh, hello, hello. Oh. Okay, here we go. Now it's. Now I should shut the lid, but it's 28 degrees outside, so it might be alright. Don't make a mess, don't make a mess. Oh, it beeps every time it makes a layer, interesting. Okay, well, this I think is going to go for at least 15 minutes, so let's go ahead and cut the camera here and be right back when our allegedly print is ready to come out, I guess. I need to upgrade my respirator for this stuff. This respirator is, I believe, the best for the resin printing. 60926, 3M genuine product. This one does both the VOCs and formaldehyde and a whole bunch of other fun gases. The one I have on here is a 60923, which is good for volatile gases, but I heard that this was a little bit better. And they are color coded. You can see the bright yellow one versus the gold band type ugly 1970s brown color. Supposedly this is the better one to use. So 60926. You can find out that on the Amazon. So I'm going to switch my cartridges out. I was using this to spray paint a car, but we'll upgrade it and get the slightly better upgraded version here. Really shouldn't take a chance. I've heard this resin stuff is pretty toxic, so you only have 2 pairs of lungs in one body, so might as well protect yourself. But that's sealed up for now. It's only going to run for about 15 minutes, so we'll put that on the old standby list. Get this bench here all cleaned up, and hopefully in 15 minutes we'll have a print. I hope. Can that camera see in there? No, actually it can. Okay, well, very good. And we're done. 100%. Build plate's just rising to the top. Sweet. Wow, it's really going to go all the way to the top, isn't it? Print completed. Allegedly conspiracy. By the way, I did find out while I was waiting where the heater's at. Here it is. Heater is turned on. Temperature at 25°C. Which obviously it's 31°C here now. It's just fine. That wouldn't we're not going to need that at all, obviously. But okay, so that's where that's at. I'll go ahead and put my mask on here. I can't smell the resin a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and put my mask on.
These gloves aren't big enough. Oh, yeah. I got a whole box of them, better ones. Well, maybe not. Maybe it is good. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute, we got something here, actually. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up and be right back and see what we got. That's what we're looking for right there.
Alright, so for the cleaning portion of the bit, I decided to use denatured alcohol. Now that's what we call it in the US. Outside the US, might call it methylated spirits. Goes by a few different names. Here in the US, we call it denatured alcohol. It acts as a very good solvent for cleaning the resin out. I might use other stuff too, I don't know. A lot of people use IPA or isopropyl alcohol. But people that use IPA, it seems that their IPA constantly gets cloudy versus using this denatured alcohol after doing several prints, post-recording this with the camera. And a lot of those chunks, the resin chunks, will actually settle down to the bottom using denatured or methylated spirits alcohol, which I was really surprised. I was like, okay, cool. So cleaning it up will probably be a lot easier since stuff will settle down. Yes, you still got to filter it out and stuff, but it does seem to actually settle out a lot better than the IPA does. So obviously, I'm also using a respirator. This is poison, literally poison. So I'm wearing my respirator, my 3M respirator, of course, while doing this. I got some pickle jars here. Eventually, I'd like to get the, I do already have an ultrasonic cleaner. It'd be nice if you can get the uniform cleaner, because you can just keep it on the build plate and dunk the whole build plate in the ultrasonic cleaner to have it cleaned. But for now, I barely was able to purchase this as is. There was a huge deep discount for 2 days, and so instead of paying $900 for it, I think it was around $600 with a huge deep discount promo code from Ross at Fohammer YouTube channel. It was on his community tab. So I don't have money to get the full kickaboodle like the UV curing box or the ultrasonic box, but it's just a start for right now. So I was just gonna use pickle jars like he said. That's how he started out too. Just use pickle jars and just start dunking it and cleaning it all up. So now that we got the resin all washed off of it, now we set out in the sunlight, probably just for a few minutes, and let the UV rays cure it all naturally. Now obviously it's summertime here. It's nice and hot outside. It's bright blue sky. It'll kill really easily. In the wintertime, we get a lot of clouds and cloud cover where I'm at. In the wintertime, we don't get much sunlight. So I will have to get a UV curing box at some point.
Okay, so what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That little nub, there's basically a 13 sticking out there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could just see a whisper of a 13. You guys might be able to pick that up. Hey, viewfinder's dirty right there. I think there's something in there. So that's what basically Ross at Fohammer said. If you got equal number of pulls and an equal number of holes, you're actually good to go. And this came out, at first I thought this was a failed print. I thought the resin was going to be black, but it's actually a little bit translucent when it's this thin. Excellent, my first print, and it looks like the exposure settings are good enough. Let's go ahead and print out a benchy now. Let's go ahead and go back to the slicer, slice up the benchy, and then put it on the thumb drive and bring it out here. Sweet. That's awesome. This is phenomenal.
Ready, benchy. Short. Sure, we got that much in there. There we go.
I really say it's cool too, because it tells you how much time is remaining and how much time has elapsed. That's pretty cool. And here we go.
The gloves are supposed to be extra large. It might only be a large, I don't know. Yes, I got fat fingers. Hush. Okay. Alright, very good. Let's take a closer look.
Let's take a closer look.
That looks about right. Look.
Looking at this, I cured it with the support still on. I should have taken the supports off before curing it, so I think the proper process should be pulling it from your printer, dunking into your cleaner, then after it's clean you get the slimy resin off of it, then you remove the supports, and then you dry it. And it seemed to work out better because when those supports were dry, they really cracked off the boat. They did come off, but it probably would be best before curing the support posts to remove them first. But oh well, first print, you know. You're bound to make mistakes, I'm sure. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to, I want to have a little bit of fun. We're going to scale this up to 150%, make it big all. Pad is the below object. Supports everywhere or on build plate? What does it look like with just build plate? I'm wondering if this will keep it just on the bottom of the boat where you don't see it. I'm trying to practice so I don't have to finish, when I'm finished making prints, I don't, no, that's not quite right. See, what I want to do is I want to try to mitigate some of this so that I don't have to worry about cleaning it all up as nearly as much. Just trying to practice. Obviously, it doesn't really care because this is just a play boat. But like, see, I want to get rid of the supports that are on this benchy deal and maybe get it below the logo. You know, just for practice sakes. Yes. Manual editing. Ah, there we go. Oh, nice. You can just click and drag them down. Nice. Alright, so I decided to change it up a little bit. Let me go ahead and slice this up. Oops, apply changes. So now, the supports won't touch the very bottom of the boot, right? And we're just going to use the outside ledge as an additional holder here. So just the pad goes around the boat and not below the boat. And we're just using this ridge right here, pretty much all along the boat to hold it up and give it a bigger footprint. Not much, but let's see if that'll be enough. Go ahead and slice it. We'll export it and see if this works.
And here's the final result. Very, very beefy benchy. I'm really liking the Sunlu ABS-like plastic resin. It seems, I mean, it's pretty dang on tough stuff from what it looks like to me. This stuff seems pretty stout, which is great for the simulator rigs because it'll be subject to vibration stuff eventually, and it's pretty tough. The details is pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't print the logo on the bottom, but we do have the Benchy logo on the back here. There we are. So that printed out at the very least. Yeah, I'm well happy with this. Well happy.
So now we got Big Benchy and Little Benchy. We got a matching set. And for an automotive mechanic who only researched resin printers for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months, actually had pretty good results. The GK2 really does work pretty well, almost pretty much out of the box.
So what are we going to do now? How are we going to start building our simulator rigs? Well, we already have our first build underway as we speak. These is from a pair of a gauge I'm turning down on the next episode, where I'm going to recreate this speedometer gauge for the simulator rig. It's based off the W900A Kenworth. We have a real gauge set I took apart, was able to scan in at super high detail, and we'll be able to recreate that by resin printing. The backing plate has already been printed up, or at least the prototype has. Also, we have a first successful print of the needle nose hub cover. It's coming along nicely. So thank you for enduring till the very end. Results, I love the Uniformation GK2. Very good fit for me. I was able to get it on sale thanks to Ross at Fauxhammer. He had a promo code that day, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I've already have some family members and friends saying, hey, hook me up later if you want. I'm like, all right, fair enough. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a bit of a learning challenge, learning CAD, but you know what? I'm having lots of fun, and that's what this channel is all about, is having fun and forgetting about the daily struggles and just vegging out. So if you want to stick around for more, wait for the car to pass. So stick around for more. We'll see you guys soon, I hope. Thanks. Peace. One spare, what would you call it? Screen cover. One spare screen cover. This is the FEP. Excellent. That's just foamage. More foamage. Before I put the resin in there, I want to go ahead and design it. Before I do a test print, no. Before I fill the resin up though, let me, I haven't gotten a set of prints ready to go yet. So what we're going to do is cut into the video. Cut away to the video? Oh.
Wow. Hashtag glove malfunction. Which is typical, if you follow me on my other channels. Right. Alright, boys and girls, we're going to learn how to count together. Yay! Oh, hang about.
And here's the vinyl.
Right, so what are we going to do now that we got a 3D printer up and going and it pretty much works? So now what are we going to do now that we have a 3D... So now what we're going to do... Shut up. So now what we're going to do is move the camera over because the sun's getting in your guys' eyes. Sorry about that.